All right, can water damaged wood floors be fixed?
Yeah.
How?
Oh, that's so simple. I'm gonna let you answer it.
Can they be fixed? Yes. If you catch it quick enough, throw you some dehumidifiers to get all the water out. If they've gone beyond that, you can cut boards out and put new ones in. You just have to have the same material.
And really, the question we should have fixed that before we read it. An engineered floor for water. If you get an engineered floor that's damaged, yeah, just cut the boards out if necessary. Sometimes there's moisture barriers underneath those floors that hinder your ability to pull the water out. Where we usually run into moisture problems, though, is with a solid hardwood floor. And what happens with solid is, to give you for instance, in oak, for every 2% of moisture that a piece of red oak gains, it can gain up to 20 thousandths of an inch. That's a lot, okay? Depends on if it's a flat sawn or vertically sawn piece of wood because it expands amongst the grain. Am I getting too technical?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so when you add moisture, it can be seasonal. You know, you open the doors and windows, you don't want to run the air conditioner, or it can be because of a leak, your dishwasher's leaking, the ice maker, you didn't know it. What happens over time is you will see that floor expand and it will manifest itself with cupping. You'll see each board will have a, I don't know, a concave face on it. That's how you know that you have moisture problems. Once you notice that, it's time to take steps. You want to maybe put a dehumidifier in there. If it's really centrally located, you know there's probably a leak there. Look for that leak. But most of the time, it's a whole room. It'll be a little worse around the edges than it will in the center because it's hitting your outside walls. It's at that point you need to fix the problem. Turn your air conditioner on. Okay. Check underneath the house. Is there plastic down? Is it ran up the walls? Or the joints taped? That's not an installation issue. Sometimes it happens when a home is new. It is an environmental issue. You've got to remove moisture from the house. So once a floor becomes cupped, will it lay back down? Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. You'll need to go, to be certain, you'll need to go through a heating and a cooling system. That means if it cups in the spring, you're going to have to wait until the following spring. If it's still cupped the following spring, you can sand it. You're going to have to sand it to fix it. The problem is if you want that floor to be perfect, you know, that in that summer, and you sand it to get the high ridges out of it, the next spring it may lay back down from the previous water or moisture in it.
Then you got cracks.
Now you got cracks between the boards, or or you've got the edges that have been sanded off. That's another problem we run into. He mentions the cracks. You can put a floor in too wet, and this is for another question when we're not about to run out of time. Acclimating a floor. That I know I saw it on our next page there. If you acclimate wood into a wet house, now your wood's wet. You nail it down. You turn the air conditioner on. First thing it's going to do is shrink. You have cracks between every board. Tell you what, we're going to go for today, but if you want to check back on our next one, we're going to talk about that moisture and what you can do to keep that moisture out of your house and keep your floor perfect.